What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're not going to waste any time. We're going to dive straight into the details of what we're going to be talking about. So if you are looking for a high edited video with a lot of animations, a lot of soundtracks and sound effects, this is not the video. Okay, if you can't sit down for 5 or 10 minutes just to learn some valuable information, this is not the video, and this probably isn't the channel, so go ahead and click off. So now that we have all of the serious people, I want to talk to you about what is the best boring business to start in 2024 and 2025. Because this is a trending topic right now, starting a boring business, and rightfully so. I think it's an amazing idea. But some of these are quite difficult. For example, if you were to start up a laundry washing machine or a laundromat or a car wash, that takes up a lot of capital. Sure, you could do seller financing and stuff like that, but overall it takes up a lot of capital. So the business models that we're going to be talking about is low in capital. You get financial freedom, you get time freedom, you get location freedom, the whole shebang, everything that you could possibly want. Now, what I'm going to talk about before we get into that is the businesses that you should avoid. Okay, before you pick a business, you want to think to yourself, what do you want in life? You know, what is your goal? Do you want to make a shit ton of money? Do you want location freedom? You know, like, most people can live off of $60,000 to $80,000 a year quite comfortably. Let's say if your living expenses are quite low, and a lot of people would take $60,000 to $80,000 a year if they got to stay at home, if they never had to commute to a job. A lot of people would take $60,000 to $80,000 a year if it meant that they could see their kids on the weekend or a lot of the time during the evenings. A lot of people would sacrifice different things, and something that you'll find is it's not always about the money. Sometimes it's just about the location freedom or the time freedom. So if you're going to get into business, you need to ask yourself, what kind of business do you want that's going to get you the life that you want? Do you want to have your weekends to spend with your kids? Do you want to have your weekends to go traveling with your girlfriend or boyfriend? Are you fine working weekends? Do you want to work during the night? Do you want to work during the day? What do you want in life? So if you're going to start a dropshipping business, which I don't recommend, but a dropshipping business, you need a lot of cash up front, right? You need a lot of cash up front, and you need to put the hours in, because that's what your competition's doing. Your competition is spending thousands on ads, and they're putting thousands of hours into this business. So if you're not prepared to do that, dropshipping probably isn't for you. Social media marketing. I think that business model works. I think it's a great business model. The only thing that I don't like about it is the barrier to entry is so low, where you have so much competition. And it's not that you have competition, because a lot of them are really bad out there. If you can provide just a decent service, you'll be above 99% of the marketing agencies out there, and you will do a lot better. But the only thing with that is once you start, you're automatically labeled as someone who doesn't know what they're doing. I get about 8 to 12 DMs every single day, and it's people trying to pitch me advertising, Facebook, video editing, and they all look the same. So if you're gonna do that kind of business model, you need to find a way to differentiate yourself and find your competitive advantage. Now, you could do another popular business model, which is copywriting, but the only thing I see with copywriting now is it's basically turned into a meme. You sign one client for $2,000 a month, and they churn the very next month, and then that's it. Trying to get a new client after that is almost impossible. Not to say copywriting doesn't work, because it absolutely does. I personally know a lot of people who do copywriting and run a successful copywriting business. I'm talking $20,000 to $40,000 to $50,000 every single month. It does work. But with that being said, copywriting takes a lot of time. So if you want time to spend with your kids on the weekend, and if you want location freedom to spend that time with your kids, then you got to think about what kind of business model gets you that. And I'm going to tell you exactly which business model gets you paid, gets you location freedom, and gets you time freedom. And quite literally, anyone can start this business. Whether you're doing the actual service or you hire someone else, you can do this business. So finally, what is this business called? It is a VAS. What does that stand for? That stands for Virtual Accounting Service. Now, virtual accounting service can be one of many things. To give you a quick example, a virtual accounting service can be bookkeeping. That's virtual accounting service. It could be a personal tax return. That's virtual accounting service. It could be a corporate tax return. That's virtual accounting service. It could be a goods and service tax return or a VAT return. That's VAS, virtual accounting service. It can be payroll, it can be account receivables, account payables, management. All these things fall under a VAS, virtual accounting service. Why would you start this? I can name a quick 3 reasons, but there are so many other reasons, but we'll go with the main 3. Number 1 is every single business needs this service. Doesn't matter if they're making money or not, they need to file a tax return. So every single business and person in the entire world needs this service, at least in a first world country. So Canada, US, the UK, Germany, Poland, places like those. They need tax returns done. So every single business entity and every single person, individual, needs a tax return done. So the entire world is your market, okay? Number 2 is 99% of the business owners out there, they don't like doing their own taxes. They don't like doing the tax return, the bookkeeping, the payroll, and most of the time they don't even have time to do it. So they are already looking for someone to do it. And the best part about it is if they don't do it, not right off the bat, but they will end up going to jail. Think about it. If you don't file your tax return, say for 1 or 2 years, you're not going to go to jail, but say 3 years goes by, no tax return. 4 years goes by, no tax return. 5 years goes by, no tax return. You will at some point end up going to jail. You won't be getting a credit card or loans or anything like that in the meantime. Trying to get a mortgage, that won't happen. You need to have a filed tax return. So these people, quite literally, first off, they need it or else they go to jail. Second off, they don't want to do it or they don't have the time, okay? That puts you in a very powerful position and you need to take advantage of that. My third reason why I think this is the best boring business to start is in today's society with the kind of software that the accounting industry has, you can do this job quite literally from anywhere. In the olden days, and I say olden days meaning like 1980 to 2010, it used to be you had to have a location. You had to have an office that the client can come in and sit down, and you had to sit down and shoot the shit and talk about whatever. That's not the case anymore. Ever since cough cough came along, you can now do everything virtually. You could even do it virtually beforehand, but it wasn't the best. It wasn't that great. It was quite sticky. Ever since cough cough happened, everyone's now comfortable with the online space, doing business online, paying online, doing everything online. That is why I think it is one of the best business models to start. The world is your market. That's number 1. Number 2 is they have to do it and they don't even want to do it or they don't have time. That's number 2. Number 3 is you can do it anywhere. You can do it virtually. And the best part is this is a bonus part. So consider yourself lucky because this is a bonus. Social media marketing. The churn rate with clients is so high where if you sign a client, the longest they stay with you is going to be 6 months. The average time that a client stays is like 2 or 3 months. But let's say you do a really killer job and they stay with you for 6 months. After 6 months, you need to find a new client. You're constantly spinning your wheels trying to get clients. It's always about getting clients, getting clients, getting clients. Okay? Exact same thing with copywriting. You sign one client, the churn rate's even higher. It's like 1 month. So you sign one client, you're on to the next client. You're trying to find new clients. Dropshipping, no matter what kind of dropshipping you do, it's the same thing because you're not serving clients, you're now serving customers. So with that being said, you need to get new customers every single day, every day. With accounting, with VAS, virtual accounting services, the churn rate is so low if you're decent. You don't even have to be good or great. If you're decent, the churn rate is, I've seen very bad services and they keep their clients for 3 to 5 years. And that's with a very bad service. I've seen other cases where it's a great service and they're with them for 10, 15 years. So for your first year in business, if you got 10 to 20 clients, which is very easy and very doable, you got 10 to 20 clients, you're set for 5 years. You know? That is why I think VAS is the best boring business to start in 2024 and 2025. If you guys want to learn more about VAS and how to roll out your own VAS business, then what I want you to do is click subscribe because I'll be posting videos on how to start, launch, grow, and scale your own VAS And what makes me qualified to speak on this is I started my own VAS and I scaled it from 0 to over 6 figures in under 12 months. And I want to teach you guys how to do the same because it's quite literally one of the best opportunities in this time. So with that being said, you guys, if you want to learn more, click that subscribe and I will see you in the next one. Peace.